Hello students, in this video I'm going to discuss how to present your law of demand with assumption or law of demand with exception. This is very important question and there is a lot of confusion among students exactly in what sequence they are going to write. So let's discuss it. Just a second, I have written the answer. I will tell you exactly what you have to write in it. See, this is very important question. In exam, it is asked for 8 marks. Maximum times it is asked for 8 marks, or it may be asked for 4 marks, but they will directly write about, ask about the exceptions. Now let's see. Explain the law of demand with assumption. This is for 8 marks, or they will ask you explain the law of demand with exception. First, I will discuss this question. Both have some common part. Okay, so common part is introduction. Then we have statement. Then we have assumptions. Then we have table. Schedule means we call it as table, graph, diagram, and its explanation. And then we have exceptions. Now I will tell you how to present it. See, if it is asked explain the law of demand with assumption, then you are going to explain the assumptions. Remember, you are going to explain the assumptions also, and you are going to write just points of exceptions, 1 2 3 4, just heading. Okay, and if it is asked explain the law of demand with exception, then you are going to write only the headings of assumptions. 4 to 5 assumptions, you will write the headings only. No need to explain the assumptions, but in the exceptions you are going to explain the exceptions, at least 4 exceptions. Okay, one by one I will tell you. Now see, this is the screenshot which I have taken it from the training given to teachers. Okay, this training was arranged for us by the experts, and I have taken the screenshot of it. In that, the ma'am has discussed how to present our law of demand with assumption or with exception. Now this question is explain, state and explain the, Marathi is also there. In the second part they have given English. State and explain the law of demand with exception. You can see for introduction they have given 1 mark. For statement, means we are going to write the statement as it is. Don't write it in your own words. It should be in inverted comma. Okay, whatever the statement given by Alfred Marshall. Then for assumption, only 1 mark, because this question is regarding exception, but you have to write only 4 to 5 assumptions heading. Don't explain it. That is for 1 mark. Then we have table, schedule, diagram, its explanation, that carries 2 marks. This has been given in the training only. Okay, so remember how we have to write this question. And for exception, at least write 4 exceptions with detailed information. Explain it. Okay, so it will carry 2 marks. So in this way, it carries total 8 marks. This is the way. See, you can see the screenshot. I have written the same thing here. Now let's begin with our answer. The question is explain the law of demand with exceptions. Okay, I will discuss the assumption also. Answer. First of all, you are going to write the introduction. Who has introduced this law? You are going to mention about the principle of economics, that book. Okay, so he has explained the functional relationship between price and quantity demanded. For this, it carries 1 mark. So introduction carries 1 mark. Then you will write the statement of the law, other things being constant. Now remember student, many times what happens, student, even though higher, larger, lower, these smaller, these words are similar, but I will suggest you whatever the statement is there in the book, write it as it is, so that you will get 2 out of 2. Just to remember, I will tell you, higher opposite is lower, smaller opposite is larger. First I have written like this. Okay, now make a statement with this. Other things being constant, higher the price of a commodity, smaller is the quantity demanded, lower the price of the commodity, larger is the quantity demanded. This is the statement given in your textbook. What happens? You get confused with these 4 words and you exchange their places. See, the meaning is same, smaller, lower, same, higher, larger, same, but better you put those things in front of that only. Higher, lower. Don't write higher and smaller instead of smaller, lower. They have done higher price, lower price, and smaller quantity, larger quantity. Okay, so for quantity demanded they have used smaller, larger, and for price they have used higher and lower. With this, write this statement because it carries 2 marks. So no, don't write in your own words. Then 1 mark for assumption. Even though they have not mentioned in the question that write the assumptions, but it has been expected from you that you are going to write the assumption. कारण कधीही कोणताही लॉ प्रूव्ह करताना ते काहीतरी assumptions आहेत, त्या बेसवर हा लॉ केलेला आहे असं सांगावं लागतं. But don't spend your time, don't waste your time. This is by mistake. Okay, don't spend time in explaining those assumptions. Just write 4 to 5 assumption points. Here I have written all 6. It's okay if you write 4 assumptions. Don't explain it again. I'm telling you, because they are focusing on exceptions. So just we have written the assumptions points only, no explanation. Okay, now the part comes schedule, graph, and explanation. 2 marks. It carries 2 marks. It's for 2 marks. Okay, so you are going to write the schedule, then you are going to write the, and please remember these units also, kgs, rupees, and everything. Write this word demand schedule. Schedule means tabular representation. Then you are going to explain it in 2 to 3 lines, okay, in your own words. Not necessary that it should come, but mention that 50 rupees, how the price, when the price falls, demand starts rising, and all these things. So whatever in the table, mention those things, 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, everything I have written. Then comes your diagram and explanation. Students, what do? You write the diagram, you draw the diagram, you write the table, but you forgot to explain it. See, remember, it carries marks. Okay, so, and it is not that much difficult. You have understood, if you have understood the law, then it is not that much difficult to explain it. So remember, without explanation, don't present it. You have to draw, you had to draw that table, you have to draw the diagram, and separate explanation. After table, explanation. After diagram, explanation. It carries 2 marks. Okay, one shortcut or one good method I will tell you. Whenever there is a diagram, do one thing. This is the way you have to explain it. X-axis represents what, y-axis represents what, and slope of that particular curve. This is the way you are going to explain it. Okay, so here I have explained. X-axis indicates quantity demanded for mangoes, y-axis indicates price of the mangoes, and slope of this I have written in this way. Slope of demand curve is downward from left to right. This is the way to explain any diagram. कोणती पण diagram घ्या, supply curve घ्या, कुठली घ्या. X axis काय सांगतो, y axis काय सांगतो, आणि slope of curve. अपवर्ड आहे, डाउनवर्ड आहे, काय, हे 3 पॉइंट्स तुम्ही कधी पण डायग्राम एक्सप्लेन करताना मेन्शन केलंच पाहिजे. दिस इज द इझिएस्ट वे टू एक्सप्लेन युअर डायग्राम. Then for exceptions. As the question they have asked about the exception, we have just written the headings of assumptions, but here exceptions at least write 4 points, write any 4 points. पण मी त्या any 4 points मध्ये पण तुम्हाला सांगेन की given goods you have to cover, because that is very important. जरी मोठा लेंदी असला तरी you have to, that is very important for exception. Okay, आणि it's your choice की तुम्ही डायग्राम काढली तर जास्त ते प्रेझेंटेबल होईल. So I have shown the exceptions of, it is not compulsory, but I will suggest you की तुमचा एक हाफ मार्क पण कोणी कट करणार नाही. सो एक्सेप्शन्स म्हणजे काय हे तुम्ही एक्सप्लेन करणारच आहात. यू आर गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन एक्सेप्शन्स आर दोज केसेस वेअर दिस लॉ इज नॉट अप्लिकेबल, सो इट इज पॉझिटिव्हली स्लोप अपवर्ड movement, and it will take hardly 2 minutes to draw this diagram. Don't waste too much time in measurement and all. It is just simple. We are not showing any measurement or anything. We are just showing that how it comes. It will look like upward movement. Okay. Then we have given goods. See, total we have in our textbook, we have total 6 exceptions. You can write any 4, but please remember students, your answer will cover given goods, and after that write any 2 3 exceptions. At least 4 exceptions should be explained. That carries 2 marks. Okay, in this way you are going to present your answer for explain the law of demand with assumptions. See the marks: 1 mark introduction, 2 mark statement, 1 mark assumptions headings. At least 4 headings should be there. No need of explanation of those assumptions. Then table, diagram, explanation of that table, explanation of that diagram, it carries 2 marks, and exceptions 4 points with explanation, that is 2 marks, half mark for each exception. So total we have it for 8 marks. This is the way the examiner moderator will check your paper. Okay, so and if they ask you explain the law of demand with assumptions, only assumptions are asked for 8 marks, there you are going to explain. In that case you are going to explain the assumptions, any 4 assumptions or 6 assumptions you are going to explain it. And in the case of exceptions, means in assumptions only, you are just going to write the points, no need to write the explanation. I hope you have understood. Here you have to explain assumptions and write only 4 to 6 points heading. Okay, heading, huh? Points of exceptions. Only headings. If it is asked assumptions, and if it is asked law of demand with exception, in that case you are writing heading of assumptions and explanation of your exceptions. I hope I have cleared these things. It's of 8 marks. I have explained everything as per the whatever the training they have discussed. I hope you have understood. This is very important question from exam point of view. So learn it according to whatever the presentation I have shown you. Okay, thank you.